and I am speaking to you on behalf of myself and my friend Sue Jacobson. She would be here today, but she's on her way back from Utah from a trip planned before the hearing was scheduled. In the footnotes, I have listed peer-reviewed studies establishing the connection between non-thermal radiofrequency radiation from cell phones and brain cancer known as glioblastoma. As the rise of our use of wireless devices occurs, the occurrence of the cell phone brain cancer is also rising. It's the same cancer that killed Teddy Kennedy, Beau Biden, and John McCain. This is what Sue has asked me to say. My daughter Becca, Rebecca Pardo, was born and raised in Montgomery County. When she was a student at Wootton High School, she worked on the stage crew for every play the entire 4 years she was there. Since there was no way to know when she would need a ride home, we got her a cell phone so she could call home as needed. Like many kids with cell phones, she used it regularly and rarely used our landline, even when she was at home. Like many people, she kept her cell phone next to her bed and never turned it off, so her head was constantly bombarded with microwave radiation. She used it throughout college and then in California, where she worked and met a wonderful young man. She was engaged to be married and was happier than she had ever been. The summer of 2014, Becca was having bad headaches. The doctors kept diagnosing and treating her for sinus infections. Unfortunately, they were wrong. At 7 a.m. on Sunday, August 31st, Becca's wonderful fiancé, Scott, called. He was very concerned and wanted to know what to do. Becca had had another terrible headache and more nausea. I told him to take her to the ER. They put her on IVs for pain and nausea. When the pain meds did not help, they finally did a scan of her brain and told her she had a 5 centimeter by 5 centimeter cyst and they would do surgery in the morning. 2 hours later, she had a massive seizure, and they had to put her on life support. They did immediate surgery and found a tumor, a large, malignant, and fast-growing glioma. It was glioblastoma type 4, which is always fatal. I was unable to go to California Sunday, but got there the next day. She was still on life support and in a deep coma. Nothing could be done. After much discussion with doctors and support staff, we agreed to discontinue life support as there was no possibility that she would ever regain consciousness. I lay beside her and held her. Her brother sat beside her and held her hand when they disconnected the machines that were breathing for her. She died at age 24 of glioblastoma. The most painful thing in the world is to watch your child die. Her father, fiancé, brother, and I will never be the same.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hauk. Appreciate you sharing that story. Mr. Duncan, Robert Duncan.